The build I have for you today is a unique combination of weapons that usually aren't used, playstyles that aren't used, subclasses that aren't used. So we're taking a bunch of underused things and we're making something that I consider impressive. Today's build is the Mist Master. In order to play the Mist Master, you are going to want to be a Triton, and we're going to be going all of our levels into Beast Master Ranger, but the old Beast Master Ranger. Our companion, the Giant Crab. As for our stats, we're going to be going into Dexterity first, Constitution as our secondary, and Wisdom as our tertiary. So let's begin by talking about the Giant Crab. The Giant Crab is an amazing animal companion. Not only does it have near the best AC out of any of the animals that you can have, it also has blind sight and it auto grapples on every single attack it makes. That is a powerful creature. Its one weakness is it has an incredibly low HP score, something that we kind of mitigate by being a Beastmaster, but it will be a problem. We are also going to be taking the blind fighting style. This means both us and our crab have blind sight. This combos extremely well with Fog Cloud, which we get by being a Triton. It's very similar to the Darkness and Devil's Sight combo, although there is a bit more flexibility because we don't have to be in the Darkness or the Fog Cloud. We can just put our crab in there, and our crab can basically sit in there. Everyone has disadvantage attacks against them, and they have high AC. So it's gonna be really hard to kill them, and instead of using our own action economy, our crab can use their reaction for free. And so they can make opportunity attacks at advantage in the Fog Cloud. When they hit, they grapple the enemy, so now the enemy's stuck in the Fog Cloud. This kind of begins our control playstyle, but it doesn't end there. First, we're gonna pick up the Crossbow Expert feat. Crossbow Expert is excellent because it gives us more attacks, and Rangers are all about the more attacks you get, the more damage you do via something like Hunter's Mark. So we have that option. We can play like a Hunter's Marking Ranger if the situation calls for it. But Crossbow Expert does something else for us that's really unique and interesting. What it does is it enables us to use a net. Now, nets have a very powerful effect, but they have restrictions that make them almost unused in the D&D community. But this build in particular removes those restrictions and really enables nets to be incredibly powerful. And that begins with Crossbow Expert. What Crossbow Expert allows us to do is we can attack with a ranged weapon without having disadvantage in melee range. One of the problems with nets is that they have a range of 5 to 15. So you only can attack at 5 feet without disadvantage, but it's a ranged attack, so it has disadvantage. And then at 10 and 15 feet, it also has disadvantage. So you're always attacking with disadvantage with a net. However, now we're not. Because of Crossbow Expert in melee range, we don't have that disadvantage anymore. Combine it with blind fighting style and a Fog Cloud, and not only do we not have disadvantage, we now have advantage. And once we hit them, they're wrapped up. They're restrained in a Fog Cloud. Now we have a crab who can grab people, auto grapple with an opportunity attack, and we have us who can restrain someone with a net in the Fog Cloud. Very powerful, and it continues our unique Ranger playstyle. The second thing that really holds nets back is that even if you have multi-attack, if you make one attack with a net, it doesn't allow you to make any more attacks with your action. However, we get around that as well. Because we make one attack with the net, we can give our second attack to our animal companion, so our crab can make their attack now. And on top of that, it doesn't disclude bonus action attacks. So what we can do is we can do action, net, second attack, crab, bonus action, Crossbow Expert, shoot an arrow. So we have a full set of action economy while using the net, and that's something only a Beastmaster with the Crossbow Expert feat could pull off. Pretty awesome. So some of our combos may look like this. We may use our attack action to make 2 archery shots, and then have a bonus action archery shot, and then just rely on our crab to do an opportunity attack to grapple someone. We could have Fog Cloud or Hunter's Mark set up in that situation, and either would work great. And once we hit 11, our combos extend. Now we can do a net attack. Our crab can make 2 attacks, and then we can make our own archery attack. So we're essentially getting 4 attacks in that single turn, which is more than most Rangers can pull off. Now we specialize in Fog Cloud, and we are great with Hunter's Mark, but Entangle and Summon Beast are also excellent spells for us. But keep in mind that our Wisdom is our tertiary, so it may not be as high as some Rangers may be, and so those spells are best used when they're hitting multiple people, or in the Summon Beast case, when it's best used for tanking. Something I wanted to touch on with this build is although all these things came together optimally, I actually rather liked how there was such a strong water theme. We have a Triton lineage, we have a Giant Crab animal companion, we're using Fog Cloud and net, and even the crossbow works better than most weapons in water. It all comes together in this nice water themed package that I think a lot of flavor could be pulled from. A lot of backstory could be brought from how water themed this is. Now, not many builds allow us to take nets, so I would take this opportunity to try and create really unique nets. Try and get magic item nets, or try and get stronger material nets. Play around with it and see what your DM will allow you to do. Bonus points if you have an ally who has the mending cantrip. strip. Then you can use these nets over and over again, and you don't even really have to stock up on them. One of the most important parts about this build is that the crab's name is going to be Eugene. I would love to hear what you guys think about this unique build. Are there any other ways you could do a similar net playstyle? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to give a shout out to one of our Patreon members. I am not Soul X. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to the channel. If you're interested in showing support to the channel as well as getting some awesome benefits along the way, consider checking out our Patreon. But with that, my friends, I hope you have yourselves an amazing day, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you then.